everybody. My name is Alyssa and this is Into the Heart Wild. And today I'm going to be talking about 4 series that I want to finish before the end of this year. I have a really bad habit of starting series and not finishing them. There's a lot of books on my shelf. Yeah, a lot of books on my shelves where I've started them and I haven't finished them, or I've read, or I just own them and I haven't even started them. And like I own like whole sets. But these ones are ones where I actually want to start taking the time and actually finish them. That way I can be like, yes, I have read that entire trilogy. Because each of these that I picked out are trilogies. I figured that would be the easiest to tackle. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's just jump right into this. I will be starting with the oldest series that I have taken the longest break from, and that would be the Broken Empire trilogy by Mark Lawrence. I have read A Prince of Thorns, loved it. King of Thorns, loved it. Not as much as I liked the first one, but I did enjoy this one. And this is the one I have not finished, Emperor of Thorns. My reasoning for not having finished this yet is I have a ridiculous reason. I don't want my favorite character to die. And normally I'm fine with favorite characters dying. It happens, I know it does. But for whatever reason, my mind is so incredibly scared that my favorite character will die in this one. And I have been putting it off for 2 years. If I don't finish it by this year, it'll be 3 years that I've put it off. I just have this irrational fear that Makin, my favorite character, will die. Do not spoil it for me. Okay, please don't. That is the only reason I have put off reading this, because for whatever reason I have fallen so hard for this character and I don't want anything bad to happen to him, and I'm so scared that it will happen, and my brain says, hey, if we don't read it, it doesn't happen. That's why I've put this one off. So the goal is to get that one done so I can finally complete it and move on to the rest of Lawrence's books, because I have all of his other trilogies. Yeah. So the next one is the second oldest book trilogy that I have not finished. This one I would say is going on a year of not being finished, and that would be The Raven's Mark by Ed McDonald. I have read Blackwing. I loved every bit of it. It was dark, it was grim, it was heartbreaking. I loved all the characters. I really loved it. And it's the only one I've read so far. So I still have to read Raven Cry, and I actually still have to get a hold of Crowfall, which is the 3rd book in the series, which is partly why it has taken me so long to finish the series, because I don't own the last one. So the goal is to get that one and then finish reading the series. The 3rd series will be the one that is, it's probably about the same length of how long I've put off the Raven's Mark series, about a year. And that would be, oh God, these are so heavy. The Farseer Trilogy by Robin Hobb. I've always wanted to read the series, and so when they did these special illustration editions, I jumped on top of getting them without ever having read these ones. This is like, I know it's a staple. Most people who read the fantasy, you know, this is the series where everyone is like, you have to read it. It's amazing. I have read Assassin's Apprentice and I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved Fitz. I do remember crying a few times I'm honestly contemplating maybe rereading it, just to get like a full refresher on it. But if I don't, then it's just the next two that I have to read. But I really do want to be like a part of this world. I want to know what everybody loves about it. And since I had started reading it, I've started avoiding everything that has to do with it because I don't want to be spoiled on it. The last series is the most recent one. I read the first book towards the end of last year, and that is the Ryrea Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. I have read Theft of Swords, so I still have to read Rise of Empire and then the Heir of Novron, which of course, if you know how these books are done, these are 2 books per book. So it's really like 1, 2, 3, 4, still like 4 more books if you think about it. But they're in these lovely giant compendium things. I absolutely fell head over heels for Hadrian. He is one of my fictional book husbands. I don't have to read romance books to find fictional book husbands. I find them in my like straight fantasy books. And Hadrian was one of them. I do love Royce too. He's a grumpy little tiny thing. But the thing that I like is I just like how simplistic the stories are. It's so easy to get into. I feel like this is like, when I read this, I was like, this is a great starter adult fantasy series for anyone who wants to move into adult fantasy but is like, for whatever reason, scared of it, because I know there's this stigma behind adult fantasy that it is hard and difficult to get into. And I feel like this series is a perfect introduction to it because it gives you all the classic tropes, classic myth creatures, wizards, people trying to save everybody, princesses, you know, but it's easy to understand. The world building is very simplistic and it's just easy to grasp. And then the main characters, Hadrian and Royce, are so freaking lovable. They are one of the best duos that I have come across in a book series where I just want to know so much more about them. And the fact that I haven't finished reading this yet, considering how much I love Hadrian, is honestly I'm disappointed in myself. Like, what am I doing? Why am I putting it off? So it needs to get done because I need to know what Hadrian is up to, and Royce, because like I said, he's small and angry. Those are the 4 series that have my priority for finishing out this year. So hopefully by the end of this year, I can actually say that I have 100% completed these series. I feel like aiming for 4 series for the end of the year should be not approachable, but obtainable. That's the word. So that is the goal. If you've read any of these series, which I'm pretty sure so many of you have, drop a comment below. Let me know if you like them, enjoy them. Which one should I like prioritize more over the other? Give me your opinions on them. Don't spoil them, okay? Please. For all things that are wonderful in this world, please do not spoil these for me, especially the Emperor of Thorns, because I put it off for 2 years. Please don't ruin it for me. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a nice short video, and I will see you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that fun stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.